Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Littering Lamb, and today I'm doing the Clean Slate book tag, and this tag was created by Catalyst Reads, and I'm going to link his video in the down bar, so you should definitely go check that out. Also, if I'm looking at my phone, I'm looking at the questions on it. And I am here for tags where I do not have to get out a stack of books and put them away, because I film in like right across from my bed. There's not a lot of space here to be putting stuff all over the floor. And then I just walk out of the room and I leave it for hours and I have to come back. But filming this, it's like, you know, just great for me because less work. Anyway, first question. Are there any genres that you're going to read more of or less of in 2018? So more nonfiction. I really want to read more of that. I'm pretty sure that would be considered genre. And then I want to read more self-help books. I just want to kind of delve into that genre a bit. I feel like a lot of times I will stress myself out and I want to read some more books on stress management. I have a book on how to relax on the weekends because I'm really bad at doing that. I constantly just put things on my plate just so I can break down, apparently. Don't know why. And then I want to read less YA. And this is kind of controversial, but I've not been enjoying YA as much. When I look at the YA section anymore, I don't feel that same joy. I get that when I'm looking at general fiction and I'm just exploring outside the realm of YA. I feel like that's also why I've not been watching as much Booktube, because I've been like looking for like Booktubers that are reading more general fiction and nonfiction. So if you have any recommendations, definitely leave them in the down bar. And this is nothing against YA at all. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know, or heard me talk about my reading past, you know that I've been a giant reader since I could read. And I skipped out on middle grade around 9 years old. And I wanted to start reading teen YA. I read teen YA around 10 years old. So I've been reading it for 12 years. And that's a long time for me. And I just feel like I've seen, I've conquered, I've left. And there's a lot of really good books coming out. And I just kind of wait to see what people are saying and kind of look at it that way. But I just haven't been as interested in the genre lately. And I do want to just back away from it a little bit. I still want to read at least in between 5 to 10 YA books this year, but I'm kind of trying to wean myself off that because it's just not what I've been enjoying. And there's nothing wrong with it. I think I'm just outgrowing it, and that's natural. And it's sad, but it was inevitability. It's not even a word. We're not even going to try. You guys probably know what I'm trying to say, and I cannot get those words out. But that also doesn't discount the good books I've read of YA. I'll go back to YA probably in the future. Just, we're kind of out of our stage. 2, are there any books that you've recently read that Are there any books you've recently read that had changed or challenged some of your own philosophies and beliefs? So that would definitely be the Confucius texts I have been reading, not only for school, but I have one I read a quote from every once in a while. I need to start getting into that every single night. But definitely my Chinese intellectual traditions class has really changed the way I think about people, especially because I do have a Shunzi book, which I believe is like right behind me over here. That leader in like Confucius thoughts, he has a very interesting viewpoint where it's like, I believe it's Shunzi. It's where either people are born good or people are born evil, and I find that very interesting to read about, and it's really changed and challenged my viewpoints, and I've been really, really enjoying it. Like, I love philosophy in general, but most of the philosophers I have read for school have been American or British. So it's really interesting reading philosophies from China, because that's one that I hadn't been exposed to in my normal law classes and philosophy classes. 3, who would you recommend for a newbie to watch? I'd recommend, I wanted to say one of my friends, but I'm not going to say any of my friends because I'll be really biased. Not that like, oh, if you're not my friend, like, it's not biased, but one of my favorite channels is Books and Lala, and I'm going to link her channel in the down bar. Just her aesthetic is so nice, her editing, she's just like a really good booktuber. I watch all her videos and even her wrap-ups. Like, I'm not a wrap-up person. I only like watching people's wrap-ups that are under 6 to 7 minutes. That's why I make my wrap-up short, because I don't really like watching them myself unless they're very short, because I have a small attention span apparently. Hers could be 25 minutes and I would sit there and watch them. I just really love her channel so much. I think she's doing an amazing job. 4, do you have a reading book bucket list? Yes, I want to read all the Proust books, like the Proust, oh my gosh, Remembrance of Time series. I'm probably saying it wrong. But I want to read most of Proust's works before I turn 30. And I'm turning 23 this year, so I need to get on it. I might extend that goal to 40 because that'll give me more time, because those are dense books, but I really want to read them. That's a classic that I've always been interested in reading. And, you know, that's definitely on my book bucket list. And I one day want to have all my shelves have 5-star reads. Like, I have a whole bookcase of 5-star reads, which pretty much I'm close to, but I want to eventually parse down my book collection a little bit and get rid of some of the like 2-3-star books and just keep it like all my faves. But I don't think that would ever happen because I love all my books. Even if they're 3 stars, like I could go back to them. We'll see. We'll see. It's always a dream, but so then I have more space, but then I just fill it up with stuff, so you know. And then I said 5, what is it about Booktube that has surprised you the most? What surprised me the most is how much fun I've always had doing Booktube. Yeah, like I didn't think I'd be on here because this is coming up this upcoming June, 6 years. And what surprised me is even watching my old videos and seeing the transition and just the passage of time and like this little time capsule. But the other thing that has really surprised me is the negativity. I haven't experienced a lot of it, thank goodness, but even the negativity, like most of the time they end up apologizing because I try to reason with people before I like would block them. But just some of the stuff that's, I don't know. I don't really want to get into it because I don't want to give attention to certain things that have happened, so I'm just gonna zip the lips. 6, what are some of your goals? Doesn't have to be just related to Booktube. So I'm just going to relate them though to Booktube, even though it doesn't necessarily have to be. So one of my goals is to always have fun. I always want to be doing this if I'm having fun. I never want there to be a time where I'm slugging through it. I sometimes have those droughts, but I don't want to go on for like 6 months from like, I just don't feel like doing this anymore. One of my goals, always have fun. Second one is always to try to improve it just a little bit. Always try to improve my content even just a little bit. And sometimes I get in the slog where I do the same old things, and that's because I enjoy it and that makes it fun. But I also want to, like, I have a light now so I can film like at different times of day, and so if it's dark outside my videos aren't as grainy. I'm just trying to improve those ways, and I think that improving just a little bit, because I don't want to change everything about, I don't want to become a theatrical person. Like, I'm myself. I don't want to be like, hey guys, like that. And there's nothing, that seems so forced, and that hurt my soul. But I'm not one of those people. And if there are people that like are, you know, more yelly and stuff like that, that's fine because that's them. But I never want to not be genuine to myself. I never want to put on a show like I'm here, I'm me. I feel like I kind of did that at the beginning of it. Back in the webcam days, which were real beginnings. But I just always be myself. That's like my life goal. Always be myself. Even if people don't like it, well, that's too bad. As long as I'm not hurting anybody, we're good. 7, if you could meet, dead or alive, any writer, artist, or musician, who would they be? This took me such a long time because I had this answer for somebody that's not famous, but a family member. But not anybody who's famous, because reading the Enid Chambers book, he said like it really painted a picture where it's like your favorite person could disappoint you, and then like, would you like their works anymore? You'd be kind of jaded. So I want to pick somebody who I have constantly seen be positive, at least in the spotlight, and be really appreciative and nice. Not that like a lot of authors aren't nice or anything, but I just like to see firsthand on Twitter and stuff like that, and see like their interaction with their fans, just to make sure. But one of my people that I would like to meet is Meg Cabot, who wrote the Princess Diaries series, because she has been an author that has been in my reading life for such a long time, and I've been really enjoying her works. And I still enjoy her Princess Diaries series, and she wrote a story in the Star Wars book, and I follow her on Twitter, and she seems like a very nice person. So I really had a crisis with that question, because I was like, I don't want to pick an author that would just like, we wouldn't get on, and I'd be like, ugh. Or I don't want to pick somebody who it's like, I don't know how they'd react. You know? Not that anybody's gonna be mean, but like if you don't get the right reaction because they're your fave, you might feel jaded. And not that I necessarily would feel that way, but we're not just going to tempt fate because, yeah. 8, would you rather have your life written by your favorite author, sorry I had to switch like the screenshot, or be portrayed in a movie by your favorite actor or actress, I'd want to have my life written by a favorite author. I feel like the author that I want to write my life would be Sophie Kinsella. Because I really like her books, and I feel like she has, like, especially after reading Finding Audrey, she has a funny writing, like, she writes about family really funny, and I feel like some of the stories in my household, they're hilarious, and I feel like she could just put them to pen really well, and I feel like she would write a really nice, readable book about my life. Don't know how excited. Actually, I feel like a lot of stuff has happened that if you compiled the most dramatic moments of my life, you'd have a pretty interesting plot. Because, like, in general, day-to-day stuff, I don't feel like I'm too exciting, and I know that, and I'm fine with that. 9, what are some of the challenges you've had to overcome or would still like to improve upon in regards to your channel? I think some of the challenges right now are low view counts. I feel like my view count has really got, like, it significantly dropped, which is really disheartening. But, like, I understand. If you're not enjoying my videos anymore, like, why stick around? I feel the same way about certain people. Like, I've watched you for years. I might say subscribe to keep up with your life because I've been with you so long. But I completely understand it. If, like, people don't want to keep up anymore, I'm not going to take any offense to that because that's just what happens. It's like your favorite actor or actress from 4 years ago might not be your fave today because they're just not producing the content you want to watch. And that's completely fine. But that has definitely been a challenge because it definitely, especially with this demonetization stuff, it's like, with that and that, it kind of makes me a bit sad, and I think that's why I've been so sluggish about my booktube lately, just because it's not that those things super, super matter, but it was nice when it was happening. And I would never just quit YouTube because of those things, because I didn't even think I'd get this far in subscriber count or even view count, but a little disheartening, a little bit of a challenge to overcome emotionally, like, being like, do people still like me? Do they want to watch my videos? And that's stupid because obviously there's people still watching. Even if it's 20 of you, you 20 are making my day by watching and continuing to support me. 10, what advice would you give to someone that is thinking about deleting their booktube channel? I would say, what are your reasons for deleting your channel? Are you deleting it because of, like, demonetization, not getting enough views? Bullying? Like, what is a reason? I'll make sure you have a really firm reason. If it's something that can be fixed, definitely keep up. Even if it's just live streams that you do once a week just saying what you're reading, don't quit on it for a reason that is something that can be fixed, like view count and stuff like that. But if you're genuinely not having fun anymore, I think it's fine to put it down for a while, but I wouldn't delete your channel. I'd keep it up for at least a few months after you stop making videos, just in case you want to come back and still want the people that were there to be able to embrace you and your content. I feel like we've all had that thought sometimes of just shutting off the camera and being like, I'm not doing this anymore. But if I was going to get to that point, I would definitely say goodbye. If you're going to delete your channel, say goodbye to your people, because I had that happen to me to one of my favorite booktubers who I sometimes check her channel just to see if she's back, and she's not, and she never said goodbye in a video, and it was really sad. Because it's like, I watched you for 2 years. And just gonna abandon ship. I know you don't know me personally, but, like, all the subscribers just want to say goodbye. It's like a TV finale. It's like, we just want to have that final wave. Bye-bye. See you. We might not be over it, but we like the closure. And I feel like I've talked way too much this tag. But yeah, I tag anybody who wants to do this tag, and I really want to thank the creator because this has been a lot of fun. And I feel like I got a lot off my chest today in this video, so that's always good. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.